Hey everyone, back at Primetime Treasure headquarters. Got another sale to pull off the shelf here. This one relates to the storage unit haul that I did a while ago. If you remember that one, there was just so much inventory that came out of that. And this is one of the books, this Star Wars book, Graveyard to Alderaan, sold for $12.50, so not a ton of money. But when you consider there were hundreds of books like this, this is a role-playing game book that came out of there. This one's from 1991. I'm telling you, they sell for at least 10 bucks a piece, sometimes more. There's been some individual ones that sell up to like $80. It's crazy. So they might sit for a while sometimes, but all of them sell. So I'm very, very happy. There's just another one to add to the list. Now, we're going to walk over to find out what our picture of the day is that we're going to pick out. And I actually found a really cool one. I'm going to step over this box of DVDs here, so I don't want to trip on that. But there's a really cool piece here that I found. This one here. So you can see this one is ventriloquist related, and this is actually Monsieur Brunard. Now, finally, my classes in French finally paid off a little bit, so I could say Monsieur, okay. So this is a famous ventriloquist, actually. If you look him up, you can read all about him. And this is his ventriloquist dummy, Joe Flips. I hate calling him a dummy. That doesn't sound nice, but that's what they call him. So it's going to be really interesting because, as you can see, this is signed by him. He's deceased. Stuff from him does not come on the market often. So it's going to be very interesting to see what I wind up getting for a piece like this. So really cool. It's signed to Kathy Gibbons. I've talked about her in prior videos if you want to learn more about her. But let's go over here to the posters. Now, I did put in a request if any of you wanted me to pull a specific poster to let me know, and I haven't heard from anyone. Maybe that's because you couldn't see them well enough. And so I'm going to just zoom in a little bit for you so you could see what it says on some of them. So if there's one you like, let me know. There's also a few down here I still need to grab, but I'm just going to randomly grab this one. So let's see what this says here. It says Finding Nemo. That doesn't sound too exciting, but this is not good. I'm pulling out Puss in Boots and Finding Nemo, the last two. So I need your help. Help me pick out a cool one for the next video. All right, now, a little different view for you right here. But over here, this section, this is where I have some clothes in this tubby, if you were wondering what was in here. And this piece here, this is Holly Hobby. If you ever see anything with Holly Hobby, definitely pick it up. I've done very well selling these types of things. If you want a piece of Mrs. Primetime, this is what you should get, because this was hers when she was a little girl and she doesn't want it anymore. So we're going to sell this little bag off. So there you go. There's your chance to get a piece of Mrs. Primetime history right there. Okay, a little pro tip here when you're photographing bags. I highly recommend filling the bag with something just so you could show someone what it looks like when it's filled up. It's just like with electronics. When I say turn the electronics on, show the lights working, it's the same thing. Show the functionality of the piece. Not everyone's going to be able to see that if all you do is have it photographed just laying flat. See what I mean? What looks better, this or the full one that I just showed you? A little bit of effort goes a long way in reselling and could really increase the chance that you make that sale. Now here's another tip regarding bags is it's great to show the strap length. And one way that you could do that is by using a hanging hook that comes off of the top of a door. And then you just hang it right like that. And you could just crop the picture like this and have a nice photo. You know, sometimes you could also use a mannequin and put the bag on the side as well. But this isn't the type of bag that would go with a mannequin since it's Holly Hobby, it's kids bag, but just depends on the situation. And it's a great solution if you don't have a mannequin that saves a lot of space. What's wrong, Daisy? You want to go in the swimming pool too? It's the first warm day of the year. We gotta get you in that pool. Oh. Well, at first I was disappointed to pull out a Finding Nemo poster, but to see that the poster has Bruce the Shark as the focus is really awesome. So I'm actually excited about this one. This one is going to be about a $10 poster. So that's just going to go on my store tonight if anyone's interested. Hey, check this out. I love this new hat that I got sent to me by Pam Lambros. She's a member of the Facebook Reselling Resource Center and also follows along here on YouTube. I'm super excited about this. Anything Mountain Dew related, and I love the theme Do You. It's cool in the back too. It has like a little Mountain Dew thing. So awesome. I'm sure Farm Girl Scavenger Noel Griffith is gonna get a kick out of this too. So I really appreciate that. Pam, thanks for sending that along. Got another item to pull off the top here, another one of these art prints, and this has to do with Captain America, a very popular character. This had 8 watchers. I featured it today in my Facebook group. We had free shipping Friday, so anyone could post any one item that had free shipping on it. I put this up, and sure enough, it sold. I don't know if it sold to someone in the group, so if you did purchase it, let me know. So I sell these for 15 bucks a piece. I got them all for free. Someone gave them away to me, didn't think they were really worth much, even though they are signed, as you could see up top by the artist. And I've got I had like 100 of these or more. I have a whole bunch more of this exact print if anyone's interested. As soon as it sells, I put another one right back up. So, you know, they cost about $4 to $5 to ship out, first class mail. So I make around 10 bucks, like 9-10 bucks a piece on them. So, you know, it's another one of those things that you get your money back in volume. Whoa, look at that, Daisy. It is raining. First nice day. We did have nice weather. It was 81 degrees, and then we got hit with a tornado warning, so just can't win. Oh boy. All right, it is 2 o'clock in the morning here, Primetime Treasure headquarters, and I am going to kick back and relax with my Frankenberry pillow and just tell you about the craziness that took place over the last hour here. So the first story has to do with this Jimi Hendrix poster that I'll show you in just a second, and the other one has to do with this estate sale that I'm going to be going to in, I guess, just a few hours at 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you didn't see my last video, check it out. It talks about how estate sales are back here in New York and how they're going to be dramatically different. So more on that on the next video. So with regards to this Jimi Hendrix poster here, you can see it here. It's a really cool poster. This print does not come up often. It's really dramatic with the flames and the bright orange and yellow colors and the dramatic face and its full body and everything. So I had this up for $85. Somebody offered me, lowballed me $40 on it about a couple weeks ago. I declined it. Another person came in and he also offered me $40. I declined it. That same person then came back and offered me $50 for it. And at that point, I said, you know what? I don't have much invested into this poster. So I counter offered at $67.50. The person waited 2 days, let the offer lapse, and just, you know, went away. So never heard back from the person until tonight, which was 1 week later. Person sends me a message and says, hey, is the poster still available? Even though it clearly was, because you just sent me an email through the poster link on eBay. So I thought that was strange. So strange thing number one. And I guess strange thing number two would be letting the offer lapse and then not getting back to me for a week. Maybe that's 2 or 3 things there that are weird. And then claiming that you really wanted it really badly, which is what he said later on. But he tells me he wants the poster. And he says, send me an offer for, you know, whatever it was that lapsed. So I said, okay, well, you know, with another thing, it's kind of strange. Normally you'd expect that person to send you the offer, but I said, whatever. So I sent him the offer for $67.50. He pays for it instantly. So sounds good, right? Well, what he also did instantly was send me a message through eBay saying, oh, well, guess what? Could you please just not send the poster to that address that's on PayPal? Just send it over to this address that I'm writing right here. Now, for people who are brand new, do not do that. At least don't do it for expensive items. I would say don't do it at all. I know there's some people that argue you make an exception. Maybe if it's a customer that you know really well who's in a different address in a pinch, or if it's a lower priced item. But for something like this, you definitely don't want to do it. The reason why is because you void your seller protection through PayPal and through eBay. So you need to send it to the address that's on file, not what someone sends you in some kind of message. And they could use all sorts of stories to try to get you to do that. In this instance, the person told me, after I told them I'm not going to do that, I said there's 3 options. One, you could have me send it to the original address and find a way to get it picked up. Number 2, you could go into PayPal and change your address, and then I will send it to that address. Just let me know. Number 3, you could cancel the order. He's like, oh, you sure there's no other way? The reason why I'm in South Carolina is because of the coronavirus in California. So here we go, right? Now, this could be a true story, right? It could be true, but at the same time, you have to be mindful that whenever there's emergencies going on, anything, that's like some kind of crisis, that people will sometimes use that and try to exploit people's emotions to try to scam them. Now, I can't tell you 100% if this is a scam yet, but it may very well be. I'll give you an update if something happens on it tomorrow. So a person cancels the order. But here's the other thing you have to keep in mind. This is a new change with PayPal. When you offer a refund or a cancellation like this, guess what? That PayPal fee that was taken out, you don't get that back. So that's $2.44 that I lost. So I sent him a message and I said, well, okay, he's like, oh, I really want it. I'll change the address and I'll pay for it with a new address. So I said, okay, well, the price now is $69.99 because I just lost $2.44 because of that cancellation, which was not my issue. That wasn't my fault. So I didn't say that wasn't my fault thing, but I just told them the reasoning. And so now it could be, could it be that turned the person off and then the person said to himself, well, now I don't want the poster? It's possible, but the bottom line is the person then didn't pay for the poster. Now you would think that if you really wanted the poster, though, as bad as you're saying, that when you get to a price like $67.50, $69.99 isn't going to make a big difference. And most people would say if they screwed up like that, you know what, sorry, my bad, yeah, sure, I'll cover that, here you go, and I'll pay for the poster. But that didn't happen. So all that leads me to be suspicious, in addition to the fact that this person had 0 feedback. Now, some people would say don't deal with people who have 0 feedback, and you have your settings to not do that. I deal with people who have 0 feedback all the time. I don't have an issue. You have to remember, 1, people have to start somewhere on eBay. Number 2, there are plenty of people who don't have eBay accounts and they find your item, like a Jimi Hendrix poster like that, by doing a search on Google, and then they come over there and they're like, wow, I really want that, and then they have to sign in, they set up an account, and then they're going to be blocked if you have it set up that they can't purchase it from you because they don't have any feedback yet. So I have a whole video on that. Just search my channel for 0 feedback and you'll see that I did that a while ago. So did I block a scammer here? I'm not sure. Tell me your opinion down in the comments. Obviously, if the person pays for it tomorrow with a different address, that would be a good sign. But if the person just walked away, I guess we'll never know 100%, but boy, oh boy, there are a lot of red flags. And when there's a lot of red flags that add up like that, trust your gut, go with your gut. Number 2, the last story. Oh my God, this would have been the most embarrassing mistake I probably ever would have made on this channel. I was almost completely mortified when this happened. So I did the video, if you haven't seen it, about the estate sale that I'm going to go to tomorrow. The address was sent to me in an email of where I'm supposed to be tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Now, normally in most situations, what I do is I take that address and I add it to somewhere on my phone, or I type it into my Google Maps. And so I just have it set. I see exactly how far away it is, where it is, that kind of thing. For whatever reason, maybe just a lot of stuff going on, I didn't do that tonight. And so what also happened, coincidentally, of course, is that my Gmail ran out of storage space, or was running out. So what I did to free up space was I just deleted a lot of sent messages. I didn't delete received messages, I deleted sent messages. Well, for some reason, when I deleted the sent messages, it sucked out a bunch of my received messages. See, I figured that the received messages would still stay there. Well, it didn't. So as a result, I could not find the email, and I had also emptied out the trash in Gmail, so it's now permanently deleted. Now, just so you know, for future reference, if you ever do that, there actually is a way to get that back, even though it says permanently deleted. You could actually submit a form to a Gmail, and they could try to get it back to you. So just so you know that. But there wouldn't have been enough time here. So at the time this happened, it's late at night. I'm like, well, first of all, I have the number of the estate sale dealer, but she doesn't really answer her phone, oddly enough. She's never answered it. So maybe she's just trying to avoid me or something. But anyway, so that wasn't realistic. I was going to get in touch with her that way. She's an older lady. She doesn't really text or anything like that. And so I was getting ready to compose an email to her because I had ran out of options. I was looking for archives online, see if there was some way I could see that the estate sale was posted in the past, because it was posted right before the coronavirus pandemic hit, and it was canceled because of everything that was going on. So then they brought it back for what's going to happen tomorrow. So anyway, I'm typing this email to her, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, I told everybody on my channel that I'm going to this estate sale tomorrow, and now I'm not going to be able to go, and it's just going to be, oh my God, it's going to be bad. And then I remembered the video. I did the video about the estate sale, and I read the email out. So I got that right here. And so I said, wait a minute. I printed out the email. The address is on the email. I ran down here. I got the email. I had the address. I was like, thank goodness. I'm so happy. So yes, I still will be going to the estate sale. But if I had not printed that out, and if I had not made that YouTube video, I would have been really in a bad situation. I probably would not have been able to make that sale because I would have to leave early. She would be at the house. She'd probably be getting the house ready, not picking up the phone. It would not have been a good situation. So thank goodness. So anyway, that's the story, and the lesson learned from that for me is to make sure, especially with this new format with people sending you things over email in terms of an address, to make sure as soon as I get that I put that somewhere else safe, and not to delete any emails of any sort the night before an estate sale. All right, well, by the way, I want to give Pam Lambrose subscriber of the day for sending me that awesome Mountain Dew hat that I showed you earlier. So thanks a lot, Pam. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you will come back to the next one. And I'm hoping that's going to be a great first time back doing some treasure hunting. Going to be a totally new experience, but I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you all at the next video, everyone. Remember to come by to my Facebook group, subscribe to the channel, come by, check me out on Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok as well. So if you go to my Instagram account, you could see my TikTok link under the link. It's Primetime Treasure on TikTok. Right now I'm putting up my best comedy bits over there, so go check it out if you want to see that. I've got Skeletor up, I've got my call to the eBay CEO, a couple other things. Anyway, so all right, I'll see you back the next video, everyone. Take care.